feeling a lot better now. Got myself a chocolate bar, a Lion bar to be specific. Other chocolate bars are available. And a nice cup of tea here at the Ponderosa. And look at it, isn't it beautiful? I love coming up here. Absolutely stunning. And believe it or not, there was a ton of bikes here a moment ago. I'm the only one here. Quite peculiar. Maybe it must be something I said. Oh dear. Right, I'm about to head off again. I'm in two minds to go up to Bala. I don't know yet how I feel about that. Might do, or I might start heading towards Shrewsbury. But it's fantastic being back up here, it really is. Look at that sun. Very cold, but the sun is out, the bikes are out, the season's nearly upon us, which is a good thing. Right, without further ado, I must do a massive shout out to Mr. Paul Simpson. Paul is a subscriber and follows me, or teammapped, on Facebook as well. And as I pulled up, I walked over there to take some photographs. And as I came back, he started walking towards me in that way that only people do when they know someone but not sure if they do know someone. And yeah, I wasn't too sure if he could commit by saying hello because he wasn't sure if it was me. But as I got closer, there we go, Ponderosa. He realised it was me. Look at that. And introduced himself. We had a fantastic chat about all things bikes. He has a R1200 GS Adventure in white that is identical to my old bike. So it was fantastic having a chat to him and seeing his bike too. He made me laugh straight away. He said, I saw the bike, I saw the helmet, recognised that, and then I saw the flat cap you were wearing, and it has to be him, he said. Looks like I could be picked out in a lineup. But no, Paul, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for coming up and saying hello, and I hope to see you again soon. And ride safe, my friend. But he gave me a recommendation of another cafe which I've never been to before, which is only about 9 miles down the road, which I'm going to check out. So Paul, this is on your recommendation, buddy. I'm looking forward to it. Bye, Ponderosa. Look at this, look at it! Isn't it stunning? I'm always made up. I'm kind of taken aback as well when one of the subscribers or someone that follows us comes up to me. It happens more often than you may think. Certainly more often than I think. I genuinely forget that other people watch our content. I make it for us. So I'm always flattered that anyone watches it. And it was great having a chat to him. He's met Bruce Smart at Teapot One, as well as Richie Beeder and all that kind of stuff, which is great. I love that he supports all those guys. And I'm very flattered that he supports me by following the channel. It's just made my day. Big grin. Really, he was such a nice bloke. And it's nice to have this recommendation too, so let's see what this is like. Can't wait to tell the guys. Are you the map guy? Yes, I am. When I was sitting in Ponderosa, I was enjoying my cup of tea. I was sitting next to a group of, I think there were 4 of them, 4 gentlemen older gentlemen, all bikers, all in their gear, and I was just overhearing their conversation, talking about bikes and kit and insurance, and I love that because I could just see us in them in 20 years time, still doing the same stuff. At least I hope so anyway. Always puts a smile to my face. Oh, it looks like I'm literally retracing my steps here. I am very pleased with these pegs, I really am. They're not cheap, which is frustrating, which made me hesitate when buying them. Did quite a bit of research on all the different types out there. Touratech do obviously a set. SV Moto do a set as well. They were quite cheap, well, a lot cheaper in comparison. But Wondershare, I'm aware of them anyway, and they've got a good reputation for good quality gear, in my opinion anyway. And what really swung it for me was next day delivery, because all the other suppliers couldn't give that for me. Oh man, I love this hill start control thing. Look, I want to incline here and hand off the brake, no rolling. That's a great bit of kit. Big tick in the box for that one, BMW. Love that. Oh, I'm excited. I'm really excited. When weather goes like this, your mood just goes up, you feel good, and more importantly to me, biking season's around the corner. Yeah. Looking forward to it. And of course, oh, look at the views! And of course, sorry, which means touring is coming up. And the first big tour of 2020 is our European adventure. Everything's in place. Just counting down the weeks now. It's 5 weeks to go. 5 weeks. Which is going to fly by, it really is. And I'm really excited about it. More excited than nervous now. And I'm absolutely over the moon that Cal's going to be joining me. I was fully prepared for it to be a solo trip, but it's going to make it all the more special for sharing it with my buddy. He's going to be riding his Yamaha MT-10, an absolute monster of a machine, but far more suited to what we're going to be doing than his old R1. Bless him, when he tried to do the touching the tip on the R1, man, we all felt for him on that. So yeah, that upright riding position is going to help him out so much. So we're both getting quite excited about that. Obviously being quite topical at the moment, we've got the outbreak of the coronavirus at the moment. That's slowly making its way across Europe. And I'm going to level with you at the moment, 5 weeks away at the beginning of March. I'm aware of it. Cal's asked me about it, but I'm not panicking about it. I am really not. As long as we take safe precautions, don't go to the places where we shouldn't be going, I think we'll be fine. My point of view is not going to stop me doing what I want to do. So yeah, that's all being very serious, but this of course all withstanding if something dramatically changes within the next 5 weeks. Of course, if things change, then of course I'll adjust the plans accordingly. I'm just saying from my point of view right now. What a pity with all the cars again. Oh, well. Just as I started filming today, I had to swap my gloves out. I've been trying desperately to wear a new quite funky leather gloves from Revit. Very trendy they are too. I got them over Christmas, and I have obviously been able to wear them, but it's just not warm enough for them. So I'm glad I brought along old reliables here to keep my fingers warm. Strangely, it was just my thumbs that were getting the brunt of the temperature as I was riding along. The combination of the handguards and heated grips were doing a wonder for all my digits, with the exception of my thumbs. Bit of random trivia for you there. Oh, it's just one of those glad to be alive moments. I'm really, really pleased to be out on the bike. I'm loving the Batlax Adventure A41s, by the way. Go on, sausage, go on. All the way. Oh my, slowest overtaking them. Slowest overtaker in the world there, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez Louise. Yes, sorry, the A41s. I'm really impressed. Again, my knowledge of tyres are fairly limited. Having running Dunlops on the Harley, the standard Dunlops, of course, and been using the Michelin Anarchy 3s for the last 3 years or so on the Adventure, and I like the Anarchy 3s, but granted, not a great basis of comparison. And now Bridgestones A41s, they're certainly confidence inspiring, but again, I'm on a brand new bike, so it might be a combination of new bike and new tyres that's given me that extra sense of confidence in the corners. But nonetheless, I like them. From what I understand, they're very much 90-10 split on their development, very much 90% on road, which works for me, and 10% off-road. And of course, when it says off-road, we mean that with a very large pinch of salt. Maybe some loose tracks and fire roads or something like that, But yeah, good tyres. That was a nice little poozle. Enjoyed that. Oh, must remember to text Toby to see if he's free for a boys' night. What's so great about my mates, my best mates, teammapped to you guys, is that we try at least once a month to meet up at any one of our houses for a boys' night. Now, it doesn't have to be out and about in pubs and stuff. It is actually more often than not hanging out with a couple of often quite bad movies, just for the laughs, with some scotch and beers, or beers and scotch. And I love it, because as we've got older and as we've progressed in our careers and lives and all that kind of stuff, we've kind of moved apart. But we always make it a point to at least once a month hang out, catch up, and we all need it. Life is far too serious, and it's great, because I love hanging out with them, just having a laugh. And you can forget all that grown-up stuff, bills, mortgage, relationships, and just be a kid again, if you like. It's fun. So one of those is lined up. My point here is that one of these is lined up for Friday through this spontaneous ride. So I'm going to message Toby to see if he's available, and I'm hoping he is. Good times. Are we here? I think we might be here. Now, of course, the problem is I've just had a drink. Do I want to stop again? Feels if I should. Maybe get some more charge in the phone. Oh, this is nice. This reminds me of the pigs. Bubbling brook! There's a bubbling brook. Oh, bubbling brooks for the win. Oh, is this it? Yeah, this is it. That was it. That was the place. Okay, let's do a Yui. You know what, this whole start thing is so cool. I know I've just talked about it, but it works on declines as well. Okay, let's try that again. Let's not go past it again. Here it is. Motorbike Cafe. See if I came that way. Couldn't miss it. Oh, would you look at that? Come on, Blake. Alrighty. Yes, I'm going to do it. Just check it out. So I've been here. So let's go do it. Alrighty. Let's get you on. Okay. That was a good call. Thank you, Paul. This place is brilliant. I can't believe I've not been here before. I have actually ridden past it multiple times, but never swung in. Always gone to Ponderosa. But I will be coming back, and I liked it so much that I can't remember the damn name. So the name of this place is. There we go. And it's brilliant. When I was in there, I charged my phone up, as you do, but also took a moment to admire everything that is on the walls. This place is essentially a man's man cave, and he's turned it into a cafe, which is a great call. He's got so much memorabilia over the walls, motorbikes, helmets, the whole 9 yards. And I'll put some footage because I filmed it and took some photographs of what it's like inside, and it's brilliant. Down there, hopefully you can just see it, there's a little outside eating area just there, covered over, so you can see the bubbling brook and enjoy an all-day breakfast. I'm going to be honest here, the coffee is so-so, but I'm just a bit of a snob when it comes to coffee, so yeah. But yeah, really pleased I came down here, and I will be coming back, and hopefully with the boys in tow as well. So Paul, thank you again, mate. I really appreciate that, and please I made the time to come across to check it out. Okay, so this is the plan. I'm now heading over to Shrewsbury. Look at that, beautiful Vulcan. God, I nearly thought I was going to drop it then. I think that's a, what is that? Is that a Kawasaki? Yeah, it must be. Pretty awesome. I thought it was a Victory. Or yeah, Victory to begin with. Looks very similar. Right, let's get out of here. I'm taking the roads back over Ponderosa and back onto Shrewsbury. So I'm not going to film all the way. As soon as I get onto the boring stuff, we'll turn this all off. But yeah, both Pete and Carl are hanging out at the moment, and time is getting on. So hopefully I'll get into Shrewsbury around 4:30. I think that's a good time to get in, and then we can put a plan together for tomorrow. I mean, I'll be going either way, but hopefully both of them will be joining me, which will make this more of an interesting series. Yeah, that's a really great little cafe there. next time out probably will eat there. What I loved about it, what absolutely sold it for me, was as I opened the door there was a bunch of bikers in like a lounge area with comfy seats. It was more like a living room than anything else. And as I opened the door, there's a guy right in front of it, and he said, "Oh, come on in, brother." That was brilliant. It was a great moment for me anyway. It was such a great thing for a biker to say to another one. It sounds really cheesy when you recite it back, but in the moment when you were there actually opening that door and seeing a bunch of bikers, it said, "Oh, come on in, brother." Yeah, very cool. We'll be going back. Oh, bad line. I'm hoping that my phone's going to last till I get to, well, I should do. I've got it up to 40% and I've only got an hour's ride. So all things being equal, I think we'll be okay. I think it goes down quicker because it connects to the bike. I've just noted it's not actually connected at the moment. Not that it matters. I want to do a video on all of this, but quite honestly, with everything that's come before, there isn't any point. There's a bunch of better videos out there than I could ever do on the ins and outs of the GS. I know TMF has done fantastic videos on this screen and all the gadgets and comparisons and all that kind of good stuff, so there's no point doing a separate video from me and it being, you know, half a job, you know. Trying to put my shades on, my visor's down. Classic. But what I will do is do my thoughts on a comparisons from the old bike to this. Top 5, if you like. I do a top 5 list of things I like and don't like, or miss. I don't think there's a case of don't like. Nice sky. So yeah, tomorrow should be good. I am looking forward to it. Getting some decent miles under my belt on a new bike. Putting some more miles on these new pegs as well. And getting some miles with the guys too. Well, I hope you guys can make out the view over there. Very pretty. Also, this is more of an FYI for you guys because I really want your feedback on it. I'm using different cameras, so there's still drift. I think drift are where it's at in regards to vlogging on a motorcycle. So up here we have the Drift X. Behind me is another X, but on my lid I've got the new XL. Now I'm filming currently using the settings of 60 frames a second at 720p. So it's obviously down from 1080, which is what I use on the Drift Ghost S. The Drift Ghost S is getting on a bit. I've had it for about 4 years, and obviously used it a lot in that time. And it's starting to show its age only in size, because it's a lot bigger than these cameras, and the size of these ones really appeal. So I've decided to give this one a go, the XL, as the primary camera. So it's obviously very different from me, as in the quality, which I don't think you're going to tell that much. I mean, really, when you watch it on YouTube. If you're going to blow the image up onto a massive, I don't know, 60-inch screen or something, then yeah, maybe you'll notice a massive difference. But also the audio is slightly different with this camera, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. Yeah, so I still have a strong bias towards the Ghost S. The primary reason for that is it's purely down to reliability. That camera has never ever let me down. So, you know, when you're out and about on a bike, all you want to do is, you know, point and click, you know, is press that button, start recording and forget about it. And for whatever reasons, all of the new generation of cameras from Drift have had, at one time or another, slight issues, which is something I never want, particularly when on tour. I would be so annoyed if I lost all the footage from a tour, and that's why I keep using it, going back to it. I still have it in my top box with me now, but if this XL works, then yeah, I will be making that transition. So all that waffle aside, your feedback on this would be really appreciated. Oh, some great roads. There we go. Satnav was taking me directly to Shrewsbury and not going via Ponderosa. I wanted to go back right past Ponderosa again and do the Horseshoe Pass as I'm out here. I don't think I'll wrap it up there once I go past Horseshoe Pass. Look at this, man, it's beautiful. I'm so accustomed to these roads from growing up here, and you know, when your confidence grows as a rider, you went out further and further afield, and this is one of the places we came to frequently on the bikes. But now, living in Manchester, I don't come out here very often. It's just a treat when you do, because you, like with all these things, you don't appreciate how good these roads are when you've got them. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Oh, this makes me want more, you know. Can't wait for the tours. Can't wait to go through the Alps. We may also be doing this Stelvio Pass, because I didn't realise just how close we were to it. So that'll be really exciting. Again, I think it's just one of those rites of passage, you know, when you go on touring in Europe, going those big twisty roads. It's going to be good. Oh, and I completely forgot about this. We should be having more mapped music very soon, courtesy of Mr. Riley and Toby as well, because Toby doesn't talk about it much, but he's a bit of a diva on the old guitar. I'm his biggest fan, obviously, but together they are putting together some new tracks for the background of our videos, which I'm really excited about. Where are you going, sausage? Are you going straight over? Yeah, you are. Okay. Woohoo! Again! So much fun! Oh, this thing ships. Oh, this section of road is fantastic. It's funny, last time I was going through here, I was just getting into it, and then there it was, the Ponderosa right in front of me. I was like, oh! Look at that, people. Spectacular. Oh, amazing. So good. Oh, got a grid. Okay. Coming back up to the Ponderosa now. Oh, spectacular. What a ride this has been. So much fun. Oh, I can't see past you. Woohoo! Look at that! Never disappoints. How good, no matter how good that cafe was where I was just at. It's got nothing on the Ponderosa and the views up here. So good. Oh my goodness, so good. Here it is, Horseshoe Pass. Excellent stuff. Oh. All right. I just wanted to share Horseshoe Pass and Ponderosa with you again because it's just stunning. Oh, look at it. Okay, I'm going to wrap things up there, as now I am hugely bound to catch up with the boys, and we will pick things up tomorrow with a ride to the Welsh coast. So I'll see you guys in the morning. See you soon.